Welcome to another edition of Action 14. I'm Mike Briggs, bringing you information from the city, from the arts, and from the school. I start out with Mayor Pullman. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mike. It's always a pleasure to be here with our TV 14 viewing audience and let them know, hopefully, what's going on about the city.
Yes, and there's a lot happening in the city right now. We're going to have such a busy 2 years.
2 years.
We're going to see so many things happening all around and downtown on the hills around Plymouth.
I don't think there's going to be east, west, north, or south that isn't going to be under construction in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Find out where your shortcuts are because you might need them.
Well, let's start with downtown Plymouth. You know, I am so looking forward to how the Lock Hall and the old Rexall and how 52 Stafford and all that is all going to be changing. I'm so excited about all of that, and we're making it steps. It's going in steps.
It takes time to organize something of this magnitude. We refer to it as the Lock Block, historically speaking.
Yeah.
And they actually, I saw some film last week, they actually lowered the basement like 3 feet.
Okay.
Of course, part of that is due to some of the containment, water problems, infrastructure that they're building in order to support that. But it's also something that gives them opportunity to have more activity within the hotel. So it serves two purposes. But the street will be closed for most of this year. Right. And you can definitely see that things are going in and out all the time. But the timeline is that the city has to create tax incentive district number 8. Probably timeline is June and July, get it approved by the Joint Review Board and the Common Council. Right. And we're hoping to do that in August, no later than the end of September. September being critical because that's when the state law statutes have different provisions that change when you get into October. So we're shooting for that as our drop dead date. That'll provide infrastructure incentives for the sewer and water, street improvements, a parking lot improvement, which is a huge part of the project.
Yeah, the city's going to be working on the parking lot behind all of that on the south
side of Mill Street.
Yeah, on the southwest side of Mill Street, 52 Stafford rather.
Right, from Stafford Street down to the Review and then down to the river. We have to make some backyard purchases. We found out, surprisingly, that the city doesn't own the alley. We only own half the alley. Okay. The neighboring property owner owns the other half, so we have to buy the alley that we thought we owned and we don't own. But
yeah, you were telling me there were 8 different pieces that you're going to be purchasing. No housing, though. Just
no housing.
Just parking lot.
Just backyard and parking lot. Then doing a reconfiguration of the parking lot. There'll still be the entrance over by Stafford, by the Legion building. Right. That'll still be an entrance. The exit will still be on Mill Street, where the exit is today. The parking locations will be rearranged, giving access in different angles and parking. Yeah. We pick up about, I don't know, I think it's 10 to 15 parking stalls totally, which is a good thing. But at the same time, It'll clean that whole area up, which is important if you look on the east side of Stafford Street and how nice that is for people to come down and be part of the activities downtown.
And the park, et cetera.
And the park. So this will complement that. We actually started this about 6 years ago, so
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
in the making a long time. But we're very pleased to participate in this with the lock block project, because it will be a significant improvement for downtown and the customers and our out-of-town people that come and visit.
So June 10th, at the June 10th City Council meeting, you're going to be discussing and voting on many of those pieces, are you not?
Correct. That's going to be moving it forward, kind of setting the timeline as how we have to do public notices,
Yep.
meet with public meetings, disclosure requirements and all that sort of thing. All of this is preemptive for the actual establishment of TID 8 and the agreement with the lock block people that are involved in that.
Right. And at the same time, you need to get this done for final approval sometime September, before the end of September.
We put a deadline of September 30 so that we fall under current statute, and that's very critical that we accomplish that. Lot of legalese involved in that, and we're very fortunate to have our city attorney who's putting a lot of hours into it. She's very aware of the timeline, and I think that we'll have this wrapped up. It seems like a long way away, but not really when things got to go back and forth all the time. So we're very confident about this.
So the September 23rd City Council meeting would be the final step to vote, and it's all done.
That's what our target is right now. I don't want to call a special council meeting to make it work. That's always a last-ditch option that the mayor has the ability to do. I want to handle it in a normal course of business, and that would qualify.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about then, let's go to the north side of town and talk about the pool. You're working on it, trying to get it ready so that after Memorial Day, we're going to have the pool running again.
Well, we're certainly on time for that happening. They've been doing a lot of different work that you don't necessarily every year make repairs, because some of them are minor, and so you try to do a lot of repairs at once, and that's what they're doing. They're putting some new equipment in. Some of the old equipment is 10 years old, and it basically is worn out. They're doing a little bit of rerouting of some of the drainage process in order to make it flow better and things. Hopefully not cause any interruptions when the pool is open and they have closed downs for different reasons. But that is coming along good. Memorial Day is right around the corner. The pool is normally open. We refer to it Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yes.
So it looks like we'll be on track for after Memorial Day, and that's good. It's a big project, expensive one, but one that I think will not only facilitate the swimmers and the visitors, but some of the improvements that we're making as well.
Well, let's talk then about some things on the hill. We've got Nut Hill, and let's just back up once about Nut Hill, because the city was certainly involved in taking what is a beautiful building up there with a beautiful vision.
Oh, scenery is, I've had family events up there, and you just look out over the hill and just the scenery is just gorgeous.
But they haven't been skiing up there in a decade?
We're coming up on a decade. Yeah.
And now the city sold the property,
We leased it for $1.
leased it, I'm
Yep.
sorry, leased it
We
for $1.
still own it, yep.
And to a group of people that have done a marvelous job collecting funds to complete this.
They have, they continue to collect donations, which is good, and that will support the renovation and the restructuring of Nut Hill for skiers, so they don't have to travel 20, 30 miles with snowmaking equipment, with a lot of infrastructure in order to facilitate that snowmaking. And they've really done a good job of communicating their plans and what they are attempting to do. So I think it's very rewarding to have that. And a lot of the work has already started. They've removed trees. They're doing some excavation in the immediate area. They'll be doing more, come June and July, but they have a lot of renovations, additions to make, for instance, to the building that's there to encompass a campus atmosphere for the skiers, for the snowboarders, and a future ice rink as well. So there's a lot of things that are going into it. You'll see a lot of activity if you look up, because it is up after all. It'll be a little crowded. They don't necessarily want spectators in that parking lot because it's going to be pretty full of equipment and material. But certainly the work has started. It is kicking into full gear. There's a lot of earth moving that they have to do in order to create the berms and the things that they want. And then, of course, hopefully they get it done quick enough that they can do some grass planting and things like that. So it's a time-consuming 4 or 5 months, but all of that, they're hoping to have all of that done by September 1st.
Wow.
So they're really in full gear.
They're going after it, yeah.
And it's going to be equipment, shovels, dirt, you name it. It's going to be a busy west side of town.
And it could certainly benefit Plymouth, because right now, if you wanted to go down a hill, you have to go to Slinger, possibly, is the closest.
Exactly, yeah. And so this is quite a opportunity for a significant area around us. And yes, when I skied in Europe, this doesn't compare to Europe, doesn't compare to Denver.
No.
But that's not the idea here.
Right. This is Plymouth.
This is Plymouth, and you have to start at some level and then progress from there.
Yeah, because there's, like I said, there's no other ski hills within 30 miles.
Exactly.
Easily.
I've had a lot of people that tell me they wear the badge of armor of having a broken something or other. 20 years ago when they were on the Bunny Hill, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't experience that, but I'm glad I didn't have that experience. But it's amazing how many people tell you, yeah, I had a little mishap up there. And so, of course, the most exciting part, I think, is going to be when they put that, install the conveyor.
Yeah.
That will basically take you from the bottom up to the top.
I'm going to have to, I've got to ride it.
I mean, I'll go down on whatever it takes just to get up that thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking forward to that.
It's going to be an interesting summer into fall if they do plan on being done by September 1st.
Yeah, right now that's their projection. And the only thing that's going to cause them a problem is going to be the weather.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of what they're doing can be done even if it's not the most ideal weather conditions,
Yeah,
too.
it's just that I'm hoping that they get enough grass planted so that we don't have a lot of erosion
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
winter.
And that's what, they're hoping to get to that point so that, yeah, they don't want to redo things.
Well, now let's now go from there down a little lower and let's talk about the mill pond because there's a little disappointment there. Things are taking much longer than what we were hoping for, but it's still going to happen.
Well, it is, and it's unfortunate that some of the engineering, when they discovered what they did discover was additional support and borings that they would have to do to reinforce the what would be the west wall
Of the dam, yes.
of the dam along that parking lot. And of course, you're dealing with a law regulating area that's changed in the last 40, 50 years. And we were aware of some of those possible difficulties because the Marsh Dam, which this is a duplicate of the Marsh Dam, it's actually going to be bigger than the Marsh Dam, about 10, 12 feet bigger than the Marsh Dam. So there's, same company is doing it, so they're well aware of some of the conditions that they're up against. But it increased our costs about $400,000, which I guess that's just the way it is when you have to, come up to current laws and regulations.
Well, that and let's say we've been working on this for a couple of years, and everything has gone up in price, and this being part of it.
Well, we're in some cases it was a 20% jump.
Yes.
Simply because of what you're dealing with and a unique situation. You can't go to the hardware store and find this stuff. Some of it has to be made. So it's a little hard.
Yeah, you were hoping, and I was hoping too, that you could have drained and started sooner, but at this point you will not be able to drain it until April maybe of '26?
I would say right now we should have accepted contracts. The goal is by Christmas of '25, and hopefully that'll put us into construction in '26, and we hope to start the drawdown maybe April 1st of '26
Okay.
for probably 30 to 60 days. There's regulations about how much you can draw down over a certain period of time so the silt doesn't go downstream and everything else. It's the regulations are mind-boggling, but I understand why they're there. So the drawdown looks like it'll start in April of '26. Construction then within getting things ready for that same time frame, which will probably be April, May, June 1st have construction, hoping to really get some good construction work done all summer long, and then if they are able to finish it in the fall, which they tell me the timeline is sufficient for that, then it'll naturally start to refill by December of '26 and over the winter.
Okay.
So the Mill Pond Lake Association is paying close attention to it because, that means the fountain won't be in '25, and now it won't be in '26. But that's not the worst thing because they're getting a bigger more powerful fountain to put in for when they do have the grand opening now after construction in '27. So that'll be an interesting aspect and a new highlight as well.
Well, that's going to be part of what's going to happen in a year from this summer. But let's talk about things happening right now on Carr Road, just west of Walmart. It looks like they've got one building up, and they're working hard on a second building.
Yeah, they've got the first one probably 60% finished. They started the second one, and they're just going to town on the townhouses. But they're really making a lot of headway. Fortunately, the winter wasn't that bad.
Right.
They were able to get a lot of footings in.
Yeah.
And now they're putting up the second phase 2, as you said. I haven't heard an occupancy scheduling yet. I think that that's a little too far out to project.
Yep.
But as fast as they're moving, it wouldn't surprise me if in the first structure there isn't some opportunity for rent come the fall of '25.
Cool.
I wouldn't be surprised. They are just going gangbusters.
Now, tell us again what type of apartments and how many?
There's, I think it's 54 in the first phase and 54 or 48 in the second phase. They're
So
townhouse condos.
Yes.
Some two-story. You can see that in the structure, but they will all be 2 and 3 bedroom, 2-car garage. So their market area is in the I'm going to put it around 1,200 to 1,800. They're anticipating some homeowners will want to downsize. That's been the experience in the past in other locations, and that will mean a housing market availability will follow some of that
That's the hope,
occupancy.
yes.
And that's a hope for that. So I do think it's a complement to a lot of the seniors in the community, and the availability then of turning over housing that's already existing to new homeowners and families.
Yes, it's going to be huge if you have nearly 100 different apartments behind west of Walmart there. And
It's a good location.
And we get a certain percentage of people who sell their homes in Plymouth to move in there. It might be very good for possible homeowners to move into Plymouth.
Exactly, and there's no percentages as to what that mix would be, but you know, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it's 33% current homeowners moving into it, 33% of people coming into the community, and then 33% that are now living someplace else but work in the community and they don't have local housing available. So I do think they are expecting a combination of things, but the excitement is really building on it.
Yes, and let's talk about one last housing that's going up and that possibility, but it's going to be put off a little while, and that's west of Plymouth High School, or Plymouth School District, between west of the football field.
East of the football field.
East of the football field, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
And that will be single family, residential.
And that's going to be ownership.
That'll be ownership. We're working with the Forward Fund in Sheboygan County, similar to the Forward Fund aspects that you see in Sheboygan Falls on Highway 32. The advantage that the city of Plymouth has is we've got 2.5 million that we're sticking into the pot as seed money to be repaid over several, I think it's 7 or 8 years. That came about because we extended TID 4 for 1 year under state law and took advantage of creating a revolving housing loan program. We'll be able to loan those numbers out at substantially reduced market rate. And it also, because of the combination of numbers, we were also able to get a $2.5 million grant from the state for housing. So we've got a significant amount of dollars to participate in that and buy down those mortgages up front. And then they'll be replenished as they're sold.
Sure, but that's going to take a little time too. It's not going to be, they're not working on it tomorrow.
No, I anticipate that if things work out, the legal agreements are almost ready to go, you might see some initial earth moving this fall, but the main crux of the project won't start until 26.
Right.
Yeah. You might see some things that just out of necessity they can get done ahead of time, but they're lining up the ducks for going at it full bore in 26.
Yep. Well, we've covered a lot of building and a lot of changes that are going to be happening in Plymouth in the next 2 years. Let's just back up one and just, are you ready to march in the parade?
Oh, this is something that the entire community looks forward to so much for Memorial Day. It's not funny. And we have more than one parade, of course, in Plymouth. But it's one of those festive things that really signals the beginning of summer in Plymouth, and it brings people out of the woodwork, so to speak. So we're expecting a big crowd, always have it. The weatherman, he hasn't gotten back to me yet, so I don't know what his predictions are, but we'll hold them hostage if we have to.
And then we got another parade coming up on June 27th and 28th. For the first time, 2 parades, one on Friday evening, and that's going to be a car parade
That'll
for the
be
first
the
time.
car. That'll be a first timer. We've had the trailer haulers in the past, but this will be the actual car parade itself from Elkhart. That'll be exciting, just to get that close to some of these unique vehicles that are historic by all accounts.
And that's the Cheese Capital Festival. Bring it back, this might be the 3rd year since bringing it back now, and to have 2 parades. We'll have a car parade on Friday night, the 27th, and then a normal parade of cheese vendors and cheese people.
Cheese, I think we'll have a lot of cheesy people running around.
And that's
day.
something about 10 o'clock in the morning on the
Right.
28th, a Saturday.
And that'll be exciting.
I was so impressed last year. We had a little bit of weather issues, but the parade was fantastic, and
Crowds were good, parade was good, and
the entertainment was fantastic.
entertainment to top it all off was just, it went on all day and night. It was tremendous, yep.
So put it on your calendars, June 27th and 28th, all going to be happening in Plymouth, the cheese capital of the world.
There you go, can't beat that.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for being on.
You're welcome.
We should mention to everybody that your council meetings are the 2nd and last Tuesday of every month, starting at 7
7
p.m.
o'clock, yep.
down at City Hall. Be part of what's happening in the city, and we look forward to a very crazy couple years.
It's going to be crazy, and we'll definitely be in the news.
Yep, and when we come back, we'll be talking about schools and also the arts. So there's going to be a lot of fun here. So stay right with us. You're watching Action 14. Welcome to the second part of TV14. We're talking about the arts. I have Donna here with me, and it's going to be a great summer and fall in the arts.
It sure is, Mike.
This has been how many years now?
Well, we're there 32 years.
32 years, and it just keeps getting better and better every year. Before we start, I want to explain and congratulate you on the two of the shows that you did this last month. It was great seeing the little kids and the old folks working together
Yes.
in a beautiful show.
Pied Piper was wonderful.
It
Just
was.
wonderful.
And I had so many compliments about the one you did for the veterans.
Oh,
Oh, that was something they just couldn't believe. Songs from the 40s and 50s,
yes.
and the girls singing it.
The McGuire sisters, the Andrews sisters.
Yeah, they were kind of doing
Yeah.
it on that plan, and
Yeah, the Radio Rosies, a great group.
yeah, and so shows are happening year-round at the Arts
Yes,
Center.
absolutely. We've had a very busy 5 months.
Yes, and mark your calendars for these shows because I received nothing but compliments from people who took their family may have taken their mom and family to the Pied Piper, and then some veterans and their families actually went to the shows, and that benefited the Legion.
Yes, well, and then the Camel Quilt Project.
It actually did
Yeah.
benefit Camel Quilt.
Yes, our Cindy Hayes, she was the coordinator of this program, and she invited the Camel Quilt Project to, participate, and so they made beautiful quilts, and we had an auction and a raffle, and we were able to donate $500 to them.
And that's
So,
fantastic. So anyway,
Yeah.
I want you to know that we're going to be talking about many things happening. And mark your calendars because to have something like this in Plymouth for the price we pay is so little to enjoy entertainment that would cost 10 times as much.
It's very quality.
Anywhere else.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, let's start out by talking about something that I am just knocked out by, that you found someone that is so entrenched in Irish dance. You have a new Irish dance classes for everyone starting with 3-year-olds.
Yes, 3 years old.
They have a group for 3-year-olds, 3 to 6. They have a 6 to 8, and then they have over 8 years old,
Right.
another group. And so we are hoping that you get a nice turnout.
We hope so. We have a few students signed up already, so
Okay.
we're hoping that the classes will fill. And Hannah Harvey is teaching it, and it's all beginners. So, come and join us, bring the kids, and it's going to be a fun 6 weeks.
Oh, it's unbelievable because if you think about the big picture of it, it starts June 11th, runs to July 16th, and you just have to have some tennis shoes, some water, and go there. And if I wish my granddaughters were here,
Yeah.
I would have them immediately.
Well, it's an
that.
introduction, and it's not for kids that are thinking of competing, because
No.
it's just for beginners. And, if they want to go on, after this class, well, that would be up to them, and maybe we'll have that as well, but this is a good start.
Yeah, it starts June 11th, so make contact now. I'm going to give this number many times, 920-892-8409. That'll be calling down there, or PlymouthArts.org, PlymouthArts.org. And I always tell you to stop down at 520 East Mill Street and see, because you have a new show going on.
We do. We have a beautiful Alive in the Arts show, and it has like 85 new pieces, and so we'd love to see you and come on down.
And Alive in
visit
the Art,
us.
the Alive in the Art show is unique because it's local.
Well, it's mainly Wisconsin, so but artists are coming from all over to join us. In fact, our best of show winner was from Green Bay.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah,
it-
he was surprised to get the call. He wasn't able to attend the opening reception, so he was very surprised to get the call that he was the grand prize winner.
And this show will be up now till August?
It's August 1st.
Yeah. And so come down and ask some questions and sign your children up for the Irish dance classes before It starts June 11th, but you need some names before the
Yes,
1st
we
of
do.
June.
Absolutely.
You know, we need some names to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that we'll get some of that going. And while you're down there, wander through and look at things.
And buy tickets for
Oh,
the
buy
upcoming
tickets for what's
shows.
coming up. Let's talk about the next item come up. Buy your tickets for Mill Street Live.
Absolutely.
That's the 17th year. That started
Yes.
in 2009.
I know.
You actually, for 17 years, have had shows from students in the area,
Yes.
putting on a show on mostly Friday nights, and 90 minutes of dance and songs and just fun.
Yes. Again, we're so thrilled to have Plymouth students participating.
Yep.
I would say 99% of the cast.
I'm going to let
are
you read
from-
off a few of the names
Oh,
because
yes.
we've got them here.
Catherine Gentine, Emma Heinen, Lily Gadecki, Ella Josephs, Tia Grobchelski, Christina Pringle, Zoe Doberton, Max Holly,
Yeah.
Carson and Cole Anhalt, Bennett Josephs, Devin Searchel. You know, it's a great cast.
It
We're
is.
so thrilled to have them
And
back.
there's going to be 7 Friday evening shows, and all of the shows start at what time?
Friday
The-
evenings shows start at 7:30, and then the 2 Sunday matinees are at 2:30.
Yes. And so check now. The first show is Friday, June 20th, I believe.
Yes.
And for the next 5 Fridays in a row, it'll be that evening starting at 7:30. And then when we get into some matinees on July 20th, is one matinee, and the other one is July 27th. And you'll be doing this until August 1st is
Yes.
the last show.
That's the finale, and then of course the very next Friday is the jazz
It's
prom.
something else, yeah, that we'll talk about in a minute. But now, make sure you make your plans now to go and see Mill Street Live. And the reason the word live is what makes it fun, because you could go to a Friday show, 2 weeks go to another Friday, or go to one of the weekend ones and at
Right.
2:30. Because when something is live, it changes. Even though the audience sometimes drives the entertainment differently.
Yes, absolutely.
It just it's different than certainly going to a movie, because you get
Oh, yeah.
all of these different acts happening, and it just makes it so much fun. And so Mill Street Live has been doing this, goodness, for 17 years, and
Yes.
here we go doing it again.
Even the year that we had COVID, they performed
Mm-hmm.
online. So, you know, we did have a little show. The kids got together and
Yep.
we filmed it and put it on YouTube. And so we've been straight through for 17 years.
Yes. Now let's talk about something that you've had now. It's been several years now.
Mm-hmm.
You have had the kids from Wisconsin stopping
Yes.
in Plymouth. And I had to look that up because, goodness, stopping in Plymouth. And the day after, I think they're in Milwaukee doing their thing.
Yes.
But the kids from Wisconsin have been performing since 1968.
Yes, I know. And I mean, they've performed for millions of people. It's just
Yeah,
incredible.
they perform for 200,000 people possibly every year.
Mm-hmm.
They travel all over the state. They leave the state to travel to other
Yes.
areas to perform. And when we say kids from Wisconsin, that's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're all students from Wisconsin that are chosen and perform all summer long.
Yes, they have to audition, and it's a very, strict audition, so they have to be good. And they have a band, a full band, and then, of course, the singers and dancers, and
Yes.
they're all very, very good.
It all started, I believe, because we had a Plymouth person in it one year.
Yes.
And so they came to Plymouth, and they've been coming here ever since.
Yes, I mean, we're very fortunate that we have good sponsorship, that we can afford to bring them here, but the ticket sales definitely help us pay for the
Well,
entertainment.
you have to have ticket sales. So let's talk about Sunday, July 13th is when it's happening.
Yes, this is a matinee this time,
It's
so.
3 p.m.
Yes,
At 3 p.m. on Saturday, July 13th.
Sunday.
Sunday, I'm sorry, Sunday, July 13th, 3 p.m. It will be the kids from Wisconsin here at the high school auditorium. Very important that you buy your tickets early because they are assigned seats.
Yes,
So the best seats will be purchased
right.
quickly.
Yes.
Now, also understand that if you, at the last minute, they will be selling tickets the day of the show.
Yes, an hour
Right here at
before.
Plymouth High School.
Right.
As you enter. But the best seats are going to be leaving soon.
Yes, and you can buy your tickets online. You can even choose your seats online.
Yes,
So we have them on there.
You can go online, plymoutharts.org.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you another click where you can buy the tickets online. At the same time, again, I'm going to tell you to stop down and buy them. You can do that, certainly. But make sure you plan now, July 13th, 3 p.m. to go to the Kids of Wisconsin here at Plymouth High School. They have their own band, their own singers, their own performers.
It really is incredible when you see them move into the, the auditorium.
Yes.
It's just, I mean, all the equipment that they have, and it's really a big stage show.
Yeah, and if you think about the cost of such entertainment, $23 for adults, $15 for 16 and under.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yes.
To have that kind of entertainment coming to Plymouth, we want to support it. So
Yeah.
it continues.
We're hoping that we can continue it. This is the first year we're doing a matinee, so we'll see how it goes. But we hope to have a Plymouth kid in the show sometime in the future.
Sometime soon.
Yeah.
We know we have some fantastic Plymouth students that participate in those type of activities.
Yes.
So we'll get someone on again.
I think so.
Let's hope so. Now that's the things happening. Now that is July 13th. So now I just want to bump into August just a little bit because we have
Yeah.
some great things happening. This has been going on for several years also.
Yes, this is our 21st year of the Jazz Crawl.
Jazz Crawl. The Jazz Crawl came to Plymouth, was started because we had golfing going on at Kohler, and we thought, well, maybe we can get them to come over here to this. We found out we don't need them.
We don't need them.
We get a nice crowd.
We
for
have
the
our own
Jazz.
audience right here
Yes.
in Plymouth, and
There will be-
very supportive.
There will be 11, if I counted right, 11
Yes.
different locations.
It's 11 bands at 8 locations.
And yes, because the Arts Center will have inside and outside
Right.
twice.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
four bands right there at the Arts Center.
Mark your calendars now, though, because it's going to be happening on August 8th. Plan to put August 8th on your calendar now to spend from 4:30 in the afternoon until midnight.
Yes,
Now, I don't go till midnight,
I know.
but I start at 4:30 usually.
do.
I usually come down and have lunch, supper down at the Arts Center, and you'll have food there again.
Yes, Generations Piccadilly will be back again this year, and they're going to bring their fabulous jambalaya
Yes.
and some treats, and it's going to be a fabulous menu again.
And so you come down early and you get your food and sit outside because you've got a band under a tent.
We do.
That'll be happening outside at the 4:30 start or a little after that. And then be sure to go inside and look at all the different items. You had so many.
We had
people.
over 250 items at the silent auction last year. So
Yeah,
again, we will have that.
There'll be a band going on inside also, music happening inside, but they'll have all of these different items from a lot of cheese.
Yes.
But you can sign up and put a bid on a silent auction on all of the items, and then you don't have to be there to win, but someone will call you the next day. I found that out.
If everything goes well, we're hoping to have a lot of these items online so that you can start the bidding early.
Oh,
So we're working on that.
That's going to be a first.
Yeah, we're not sure we'll get
Okay.
it done, but we're working on it.
Yeah, I'm just going to come down at 4:30, and
Okay.
after I eat, I'll come in and look at all of those items.
Okay.
And then you go from there, you can go right across the street because now you start going to all the different locations. And there's different type of music. It has always been called the Jazz Crawl to me, but you've changed it just a little bit because it's jazz and blues.
Right. And they're very, intertwined. So we have Plank Road Distillery has Jimmy Ray and the Hipsters. So fabulous musician from Sheboygan, Jimmy Olschmidt, and he's bringing along 2 friends that are wonderful musicians as well. And that's a new trio for us. So go to the Plank Road Distillery right across the street and enjoy some blues.
There you go. And then start working your way down, because you don't have to go very far, and there's another band playing.
Right. At Moxie, we're going to have Fabian Quaymar back. And Fabian just played for the Radio Rosies at
Yes,
our
yes,
veterans
and-
little celebration.
And there were some veterans so impressed by him, they're going to be there.
Okay, good.
They're going to be there. Yes, because they have all these different things happening at 8 different locations.
With us it's 8 different locations. And this year at the Art Center's Plaza area, we're going to have Kate Voss and Hot Sauce. So
Okay.
that's a brand new group for us. And Kate is really popular in the Appleton area, and we're bringing her here. And I think it's going to be really fun.
Yeah,
Just a
I'm really
fun
looking
evening.
forward to seeing big bands too, because you've got it down to where there's going to be a couple very big bands playing at some locations in Plymouth.
Well, Turner Hall has Paul Zuckerman
That's my
again.
favorite.
And
So Turner Hall is opening up for this.
Yes.
And it'll be great. It will
And
be.
I think they're going to move some of the equipment so that there'll be more dancing area.
Yeah.
So be sure you wear your dancing shoes that night.
And then you'll work your way all the way down the street, and probably the furthest south is,
Antonio's, yeah. So
and those will run the latest.
yeah, and that is another blues band. Members of the Blue Olives are going to play in G-Force, and we've had them before. Fabulous musicians.
And we
They're
should-
all great.
Yes, but we should mention that the neat part about it is that you buy a $10 wristband, and that $10 wristband will allow you to get traveling. You're going to have
On the trolley.
you have a trolley that'll take you to all of them. And so you can park at one location, ride the trolley to all of the other locations.
And if you don't want the wristband, just donate $10. That's all we're really asking.
That's right.
is
You
for a
think about it.
donation.
All of this entertainment, starting at 4:30 and running till
Right.
midnight for $10.
Right.
Unbelievable. It's just great that you've been doing this this many years, and we're still making it fun.
It is fun, and all the venues have their wristbands right now, so you can go
Get
there
them
now
early.
and visit them and buy your wristband and have dinner or
Sure.
a cocktail or whatever. And that evening, all of the venues serve food, so not just at the Art Center, but they all have a wonderful menu. So come hungry and visit all of them if you
Yes,
can.
it is unbelievable that you can go everywhere from Big Billy's, which is right across the street, and you start working our way around, and you go, wow, this is unbelievable that you're going to have all of these things happening. It's going to be great, and it's always in beautiful downtown Plymouth with the arts.
We're so lucky. I mean, we have a great downtown, and this just brings more exposure for the businesses that are down there, and just an overall exciting evening.
So mark your calendars now. It's Friday, August 8th, starting at 4:30. Start at the Arts Center at 4:30. Put a few silent auction bids in of things that you would enjoy, and then enjoy your evening of music and entertainment.
Absolutely.
It's been great. I want to thank you for being on.
Thank
It has
you,
been a
Mike.
marvelous time to talk about all the great things in the arts. And next month we'll talk some more about other items. You're so busy with
We are.
with paintings and drawings and
Well, we have a lot of children's art classes
Yes.
coming up in July, so check that out online if you want to sign up for a summer camp.
PlymouthArts.org. You can check all that at PlymouthArts.org or Stop Down. Stop Down. There's always some great things happening at the Arts Center.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. And I want to thank you all for watching. Until I see you next time, I'll be seeing you on the radio. Bye-bye. Welcome back to Action 14. As promised, we now are going to be talking about the schools. I've got Scott Steer with me. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, good to see you.
Lots of things happening as we round out the end of the school year. lots of awards, lots of recognitions, and
a great time.
it's just great. Let's talk about some of the great things, because look at scholarships. Goodness.
Yeah, May 7th was our scholarship night. Our seniors accounted for over $1.8 million in scholarships, and that is a conservative number because they continue to receive more. So really tremendous support by the community.
Nearly $2 million
Yeah.
in scholarships for our seniors, and it's fantastic to
It
go.
is.
You can go to that night and you have such happy people, and then it's kind of fun to have somebody talk about why they're giving the scholarship, those kind of things. It is kind of a neat evening.
People giving scholarships, especially when it's a legacy or in memory of, those really hit your heart. And I think to the recipient, certainly the dollar amount is important, but when you hear the circumstances behind it and the generosity from the
Right.
people providing it, it's tremendous.
Yeah, tell us about the 52 juniors and seniors completing the youth apprenticeship program. We're talking over $300,000
Yeah.
is earned.
Right. Youth Apprenticeship is a program that we are looking to play a bigger and bigger role in what we do for our kids here at Plymouth High School. Juniors and seniors are eligible to participate in Youth Apprenticeship. It's a great relationship that we have with area businesses
Right.
who utilize our students as employees, but really we try and link up our students with a pathway that they want to pursue after high school. So it's like a training ground. And yeah, this year alone we had 52 juniors and seniors who participated. To what you said, 20,000 hours plus that they put in on the job site, and they get some work release time from school as well to do that, and earned over $300,000 in wages.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic.
outstanding.
I'll tell you what is fantastic, because we've been there a few times over the years, and is when they were racing at Road America. We have students that go out to Road America with their teachers. They actually have cars that they build and upgrade, and they take on other students. And part of the contest is best gas mileage, also how fast they can have their homemade, school-made
Right.
car make that lap.
Right, and of course, speed is the thing that most are after, but there were 15 teams there.
Yeah.
Most of them from Wisconsin, but one from Texas.
Yes.
So they did come from miles away. The first day, our best time was second place as far as, fastest lap. And then the second day, we won it and took
Yes.
first. So kudos to all who were involved with that.
Yeah, and when you have students and then staff working on something that is actually part of a competition that the students just love.
Right, and to have Road America so close by and a partnership there, that's fantastic.
And it was free for someone to go and watch these students compete.
Yeah,
It was May 12th and 13th, Monday and Tuesday, and to go out there and see these students play like they're like the Indy 500 for them.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And they just had so much fun.
Right.
And then to win it on the second day, that was fantastic.
Yeah. We got a little, home track advantage maybe there, right? We should.
No, I don't think you can't race on it before you.
No, you can't. I say that in jest, right? But they're in our backyard, so.
Okay. Well, let's talk about something that we made. We made CBS.
Yeah,
Made CBS 58 with our Fairview play.
Yeah, and we partner with Generations, and Generations will send people over to mentor, play with our students during recess and things like that. They're neighbors, so real easy for them to come to our playground. And we started it this year, but what a great endeavor. I think it's great for the people of Generations, but it's certainly great for our kids.
Yes.
It's just another positive role model as an adult that they get to interact with.
Well, yeah, see, as my children grew up, there weren't a lot of grandparents involved with my kids because just where I lived, et cetera, and stuff.
Sure.
And to have the idea of people from Generations stepping up to the plate to talk and to
Yeah.
play and to understand these students. It was great for the students.
You bet, you bet. And again, the more relationships we have between the district and our businesses and local people, the better off we are.
And so it made Natalie Shepard's Hometown Heroes segment
Yeah,
on
they
CBS.
did they really put a nice production
Don't
together.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, now the 7th grade class had a great opportunity with UW Oshkosh.
Yeah, our 7th grade band got to go UWO, and their band director there is very well known, but got to perform with him and receive feedback and things of that nature. So, you know, those small opportunities really are things that I don't think the students will forget, and it's nice to have feedback from someone sometimes other than your own teacher.
Yes.
And it's really interesting when a lot of that feedback mirrors what your teacher has been telling you.
Yeah.
And so on. So a great opportunity for our kids. I'm glad they were able to experience
Yeah,
that.
we have some of the same things that happen during the year where you have adults come in and talk to students about what it costs to live. You know, X number of dollars an hour, but yep, you got to pay rent, you got to pay heat, you got to pay water, you got to pay taxes. You know, and it's always good to have other people come into the school and talk to these students and explain the big picture again.
Real world experiences, right?
Yes, yes, it's always fantastic. I know you sold some Kringles.
Yeah,
Recently.
more than 2,000 of them. Yeah, that was quite a partnership, and really a lot of the credit, in addition to Wrapped over at Riverview, you know, our student council, led by Mrs. Moore over at Riverview as well. Again, sold 2,200 Kringles. I think they cleared nearly $10,000 if I heard right.
Yes.
Again, truly amazing. If you've had Uncle Mike's Kringles, they are an easy sell. So that makes complete sense. But a lot of work went into that. So congrats to everybody.
Yeah. I know we've got a lot of things going on. This may have happened before this airs, but we're taking Friday the 23rd off, the Friday before, and including Memorial Day kind of thing.
Right, right. And it was a flex professional development day for staff, so there will be some staff here. Some are taking advantage of that, did other work at an earlier time to compensate for that. But long story short, our students won't be here Friday. We're hoping that families are able to enjoy a 4-day Memorial Day weekend.
Yes. And one of the things that happen every year, a district recognition dinner, and explain that again and to all folks.
Yeah, you know, we recognize our staff on 5-year increments, and then, you know, the last recognition is for our retirees. And you know, yes, we're sad to see them go. We're also happy for them for that next chapter. But, you know, all the years of service to our students and the community, it's going to be a tremendous celebration.
It is.
And obviously my first go-round, but really excited for it.
Yes, that's right. They do this every year, and they've done it every year for many years. I had to be there once too, you know,
sure,
the time.
sure.
Having come here in '77, you know, and over the years. But it's a great recognition dinner for those that have put in the time at Plymouth School District.
Right, total commitment.
Yes, and we have some things happening. It's now time, starting May 28th, to sign up for summer activities with Community Ed.
Right. I mean, if you haven't checked out our website, make sure you do, because Community Ed has so many offerings throughout the summer, not only for our kids, but for adults as well. So,
Many for adults.
Right, right. So check it out. Fill those classes up. It's a good time.
And let's talk about graduation. You're going to be your first one.
Yeah, almost here. June 1st, Sunday at 2 o'clock in the park. Weather's going to be fantastic. It's going to be 70 and sun.
There you go.
But yeah, very excited for that. Again, another celebration.
It's always fun when when it's over.
Oh,
for us,
sure,
because
sure.
we film it.
Yep, I'm sure a sense of relief.
Yes, and it's they've had so many great activities there when you have a band playing, and we have some singers, we have a guest speaker, we have a local speaker.
Sure.
And then you hand out the awards, and it's just great.
Yeah, can't wait.
And it's down at the park, and the city park is a fantastic place to have it. We've had it there enough times that everybody kind of understands where to put the magic chair they bring down and the day or two before.
Right, reserve your spot.
Yeah, and try to reserve the spot, and it'll be a great experience for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And of course, the final day for all of our students is June 6th.
Yeah, rapidly approaching.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Again, we accelerate. Once you hit spring break, it's rapid fire the rest of the way for our students and staff. But June 6th is right around the corner.
And I should mention now that also continue to look at what's happening this summer in and around the school district. There's many, many things happening.
You know, and that ramp up for next school year, I mean, it's already begun. But
Yes, it
I mean,
has.
for our families out there, continue to watch your school email, check the website, because yes, athletic signups, registration, bus signups, all of those things. And to get the school year off to a good start, those registrations really need to take place in advance.
We're closing the end of athletics, and so we're now having who's going to make it to state, what's going to happen in track and et cetera, and softball and baseball and tennis.
Yeah, a lot of
This-
drama to figure out yet.
In the spring is when we have the most number of students involved in extracurricular.
Yeah.
Because we have so many different sports with the softball, baseball, tennis, soccer.
Absolutely. And in a sport like track and so on, you can carry more students, so it provides a lot of opportunities
It
for
is
our kids.
fantastic, and we're closing the end of that. But the biggest thing to remember is that every sport in the fall starts before school begins. So you really have to, again, follow what's happening, go to our website, and make sure that your students have all of the qualifiers needed.
Right,
You know,
right. Get that physical card done, all those types of things.
Yes.
And I would make a special plea to our current 8th graders. If you want to get off to a great high school experience and get a jump start on things, what better way than to start a fall sport before school even starts, a couple weeks prior.
Right.
Make new friends, get more connected, and then once that first day of school hits, it's just part of your routine already.
Oh, I mean, my youngest son started in sports, immediately,
Yeah.
and it was the best thing that ever happened to him. That he was able to be in sports, 3 sports, all 4 years, and then go on to college and be in sports also. I mean, it was just a fantastic experience for him, and it all started because he came out before school started and started running.
Right. And as a parent, please encourage your kids, because we know studies over and over have shown the more involved our kids are, not just sports, but involved in extracurriculars,
Yes.
the better their high school experience, the better their performance in the classroom.
Oh, the better grades they'll get, the better
yeah.
opportunities they will have after they leave Plymouth School District.
Correct.
The best opportunities if they are involved in as many activities, not just sports either, but there's so many different things, whether it's singing and dancing and music, and we have so many
Something
different
for
things.
everybody.
There is something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for being on.
Thank you, Mike.
I want to make sure everybody knows that our school board meetings are the 3rd Tuesday of
got
every
it.
month, starting at 5:30
You got
in the Plymouth Amphitheater. And be part of what's happening in Plymouth School District. There's so many great things happening.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, that's all right. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mike.
And I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that worked out.